250 again, looking at some questions in question 4 and question 5, I suppose, and maybe prepare a third video for 17.1. So let's see what we've got then. We have got, let's just do 4a as a little starter. Right, 4a page 250 says this. I've got 2x. Oh, by the way, the background is somebody's fence back in, Weymouth. I just thought that's a nice fence. Took a picture of it. I thought I'd write on the fence. There we go. Anyway, so 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. Again, we're still factorising. We're not solving. It doesn't say equal to 0, so I'm not going to solve anything. Just going to factorise. Here we go. So we've got here a couple of brackets like so. The only way to make 2x is 2x. Sorry, the only way to make 2x squared is 2x and x. The only way to make 3 is 1 times 3. Now if I put a 1 there and a 3 there, I'm going to make 5x's, I believe. So let's just check it. 2x squared, yep, plus 2x, that's good. And 3 times x is, of course, 3x. So 2x plus 3x is 5x, and 3 times 1 is 3. That's perfectly right. Now if you do take a wrong turn and put the 1 there and the 3 there, doesn't matter. You'll soon see that 2x times 3 makes 6x already, and you know you only want 5x's, so you've probably realised you've got to switch the 3 and the 1 around. You're allowed to make mistakes, obviously, even in the exam. Do these in pencil first, because it can be quite tricky getting the factors right in one go. I'm going to work across the page. Let's do D now. This says 2x squared minus 9x minus 5. Remember, I'm working live. This is not prepped. If I make a mistake, I'll do the kind of thing that you should do in an exam or in class, just reassess where you're going. Now, 2x squared, no choice there. It's 2x and x. How do you make 5? Well, 1 times 5. No choice there. Will 1 and 5 work? Let's have a look. I want to make minus 9x, so if I put a minus there, I've got 2 times minus 5 is minus 10x, and 1 times x, it's got to be positive, isn't it? 1 times x is an x, so minus 10x plus an x is minus 9x's, that works, and 1 times minus 5 is minus 5, so I'm very confident that's correct. Again, working across the page, I've gone straight to 4g. 5x squared minus 27x. I'm getting a little bit unconfident now with this. Right, can I get any common factors? No. So therefore, I'm going to do this. Well, I've got to have a 5x and an x. 5 is prime. I can't split up into anything else whatsoever. So that's that one. I've got to get 27x's. So what about, how do you make 10? 5 times 2, will that work? Yeah, that will. Because 5 times 5 makes 25. I can get 25x's, so I know I'm moving in the right direction. So we're going to test it out. It's got to be minus 27x's, so I reckon that needs to be negative to make minus 25x's. I know that needs to be negative because minus 2 times x would give me the other 2x's that I'm missing, and minus 2 times minus 5 makes plus 10. Yeah, let me just show you how to test it out. Let's go over to green for a bit. Right, just in case you're not sure. Right, 5x times x. 5x squared, that's easy. 5x times minus 5, minus 25x's. Minus 2 times x, minus 2x's. And look, there's your minus 27x's there. And minus 2 times minus 5 is plus 10. And there's the plus 10. So we got it completely right. 2 marks for us. Back to yellow. Now, try not to crash too much. It's going to get really tricky now. Let me do what looks scary. H looks scary, so let me do it. Yeah, H looks scary. So 10x squared minus 51x's plus 5. Okay, no common factors here. 51, it's no good. Now, loads of ways. We can go 2 times 5. We can go 10 times 1. I'm not sure how to do this one actually. Let's just go for 10x and a single x. Let's go for 5 and 1. I have my reasons. Well, look, 10x times 5 will make 50x's, and 1 times x will make another 1x. So I think I've got it right, actually. So let me have a look. 10x squared, 50x's, but I want it to be negative, so that's got to be minus. And 1 times x is x, but I need another negative x to make minus 51x's. So I know that's got to be negative. And please look, minus 1 times minus 5 makes plus 5, so I'm pretty sure I've got that right. Again, you can test it out the way I've showed you here with the green arrows. feel free to do that in an exam. You don't have to show it, but show it for yourself on a bit of scrap. Ask for paper, obviously, won't deny you extra paper to scribble on if you just raise your hands there. And you do that, try it out, and if you're happy with it, just plonk that down as your final answer, you'll be fine. So H wasn't too scary. Is J scary? I don't know. Let me do K. I presume it's scary, because it's like nearly the end of question 4. So I'm going to do K and L, and then flip over the page. Right, this is K. 8x squared minus 10x plus 3. Well, the trouble with even numbers is they're even, and there's loads of ways of splitting them up. Well, the only thing I can't change is this 3, so I know I've got to go 1 times 3. Now, what about this 8 thing? I could go 8x and x. I'm inclined to go 4x and 2x. Why is that? Because 4 times 3 is 12, and 1 times 2 is 2. 12 and 2, I can get a 10 out of that. And please look, it's going to be negative 10x. So my inclination is to call that minus 3, because I've got 4 times minus 3 will give me minus 12x's so far, and I have to go 1 times 2 is plus 2x. So let's just test it. It's not going to work, I've just seen it, because 1 times minus 3 is not plus 3. Now either there's a mistake there, I'm going to have to regroup and just plan it again. So let's just test this again a different way. So I know that is not working. I know the 1 times 3 has got to be right, but maybe my 2 and the 4 needs swapping over. And please know what I'm doing, I'm working live. I think I've taken a wrong turn, so I will now regroup. 1 times 3 has got to be like that. If I put a 2 there and a 4 there, what do you reckon? Should we just try it? Hey, try an improvement. Why not? Let's just do that. And, right. That makes 6x, that makes 4x, that gives me a 10x. Okay, they've both got to be negative, so minus and minus. I think I've got it. Right, 2x times 4x is 8x squared, yep. 2 times 3 is minus 6, so it's minus 6x's. 1 times 4 is minus 1 times 4 is minus 4. There's your other 4x's, that negative, that makes minus 10x. And minus 1 times minus 3 is plus 3. See, I got it right on the second attempt. All I did was swap over the 2x and the 4x, and it worked absolutely fine. So let's just do L as the last one. It's likely to be the toughest one. I'm probably going to make a mistake first time round, but not a problem. Minus 51x, what an ugly way to start, eh? Minus 13 plus 4x squared. Let's write it the way we like it. 4x squared first, minus the 51x's, take away 13, and we can just work up here. I know I need 2 of these things, so let's just whack them in. Right, 4 and 4. Well, have a look. 13's a prime number, so I know I need 1 and 13. Just write it down. Now 4x is a complete pain, so I can split it up into 2 and 2, or 4 and 1, or 1 and 4. Let's just have a little guess, shall we? What's my inclination? My inclination is to go 4 and 1, because 4 13s are 52, and so that's close to 51, so that's my inclination. See, I'm speaking out loud, live, maybe making a mistake, doesn't matter. I will self-correct on video, because you're going to have to self-correct one day, and if you have to self-correct in the exam, you mustn't be fazed by that. You won't get it right at first go necessarily, not these horrible things. So anyway, I'm going to go for 4x there, and a single x there. 4 times 1 will give me 4x squared, so yeah. Right, it's got to be negative 51x, so I reckon I want to make that negative. And I think I've got it. Look, 4x times x is 4x squared. 4x times minus 13 is minus 52x's. And if I put a positive there, 1 times x is positive x. So minus 52 plus 1 is minus 51x's. So it's right. And look, 1 times minus 13 is minus 13. I'm very happy with that. I think I'll give myself a couple of marks. Right, that's a long enough video, I think. These are quite challenging. I'll do a third video and probably a fourth as well when we start looking at questions 7 and 8. Alright, so I'm going to stop there and do lots of shorter ones, I think. These are quite involved to get right in one go. So I'll see you for video part 3 quite soon.